So, hello everyone. Welcome to this video series on software engineering. That is the basics of software engineering. In the past, we have actually recorded lots of video upon what is software engineering, what is the software, what is the difference between software and processes, and then we have seen what is the classical life cycle models, and we have also seen what is a layered approach of software development. Now, to continue forward, we are going to learn about what are the advanced models, or what are the practical or more useful methods or process models that we use in the software development process. So one of the process that it maps the requirement or the communication part with the modeling part is called as a unified process model. A unified process, if we state, is a user use case driven, architecture centric, iterative, and incremental software process closely aligned with the unified modeling language, that is UML. So we will be seeing what is UML in the course of this series when we discuss about requirement engineering in more detail. But as of now, understand there is we have seen these basic type of five basic type of uh, activities which is written here, like communication, planning, and modeling, construction, and deployment. We have seen these five basic type of things. In this they are part of what you say, they are part of this particular uh, classical life cycle model, right? And we actually have understand that communication is the starting point of any type of work that we actually do, that we actually process it. The communication is one of the ways we start any type of work. Now with communication, from and then the next phase is called planning. The next phase is called planning. So in the next phase, as if you see, between the communication and planning, if we want to actually see these two things, like this part, inception, right? So we say that this inception is one of the stages in a unified process which actually take care of the communication and the planning both. Okay, likewise, when we start planning and we want to create design, we can design using the modeling part, right? We create design in the modeling part. We create design in the modeling part, and in creating design from planning to modeling, what we do, we actually use an activity is known as elaboration. In elaboration, we actually create it, we enhance, we whatever we learn in the inception phase, we elaborate it in the elaboration phase. And after elaboration, there is something called construction, which goes with the construction phase of the classical life cycle model. And when we have a transition phase, where we actually create, when we actually draw the construction module into a deployment phase modules. And finally, we have a production phase where we actually deploy the increment that we have created. So these are some of the phases. We will be seeing these phases in the upcoming lectures, but as of now, this is the overview of what is a unified process. Next thing is this unified process sometime is implemented using some concept which is known as agility. And so in this slide, are going to understand what is agility, and then we will see what is the agile process, and then we will see what are different type of agile process which actually help us in better software development. Okay. Now, agility is an effective and rapid adaptation and response to change, or effective communication among the stakeholders, drawing customers onto the team, organizing a team so that it is in control of the work performed. So all these four basic points written here are the gist of what is agility. Now, whenever we want to do something on a rapid manner, okay, in a rapid way, and that to the rapid way should be adaptive in nature. What do you mean by adaptive? Adaptive here means that once you actually guess what is needed and what is not needed as above. Earlier there was five. Suppose there were five requirements, and we have started planning about this, and we are going to perform work on this. Suddenly there is a one more requirement that comes up, and it says that okay, out of this five you take any four and you just put this fifth one into that. Okay, so you have to drop one of these five requirements. So you have to be adaptive in nature. You have to change, you have to adapt to this new set of requirement. Okay, and you have to choose one of the five. You have to choose one of the five to be dropped, and four need to be taken ahead. So that's what is called rapid and adaptive, and you have to do it at a very fast pace. You cannot take your time to decide, right? You sometimes you have very less time to decide. So, and it also need effective communication among all the stakeholders. So what do you mean by stakeholders? The stakeholders here means all those person who actually are affected by this software product. Maybe a manager, maybe a tester, maybe a developer, maybe a client. All of them are the stakeholders. So you need to have a proper effective communication among all the stakeholders. The third point says drawing the customer onto the team. That means that whenever you this customer which have proposed that you need to take care of this one extra product, one extra requirement, and leave one of the requirements. So this is if you say that yes, we are going ahead with the requirement that you have just said to us, then it will increase the loyalty of the customer. It will The customer will feel like yes, his voice is heard among the team. Now his point is valued in that communication. So he is much more like a team member other than just a client sitting outside the company, right? Now he's a part of your team. The last is organizing a team so that it is in control of the work performed. You need to control this team. You need everything, every there is a very good uh, statement that not every team and then not every group is a team, right? That means whenever you have a group and you want to become a team, you need to have a common goal in your view, and you all have to work toward the common goal. Okay, so this team organization is very important when you want to do something really rapid, right? When you want to do something in a rapid fashion, this organization of the team is very important, and that is a part of the agile process. Now if you understand what is agility, then we can go ahead and decide when we learn about what is an agile process. Okay, the agile process, the agility has been implemented using an agile process. In the agile process, as we mentioned, the customer voice is always at the top priority. That means its description is what is given by you, what is given by the customer. So everything is driven based on the customer's experience. We don't propose our own ideas until unless we are asked to do so. So we always take the ideas or the viewpoint of the customers. It also recognizes that the plans that are being proposed or the solutions that are being proposed are short-lived. That means that customer can change the requirement, customer can actually modify the requirements. So we always believe that something or other can be changed, and it is not a long-lived solution. Develops software iteratively with heavy emphasis on the construction activities. We are totally bounded by how we develop and what we develop, and so we iteratively do this development process. We go in iterations one by one or the increments one by one, and we show the customer this is what you have changed, this is what you have we have developed, and these things have been done. And it actually, when we do multiple iterations here, generally means multiple times doing different things. So they are actually, we are calling them by the other name we call software increments. Today we don't deliver only a software in 15 like 3 months or 4 months. We don't do that. We actually develop something called as CDRs. Okay, Sometimes we use this word called CDRs, right? Or sometimes we already also use a word called CRs, right? CRs means, this C means continuous delivery of releases. Okay, continuous delivery or continuous releases. Okay, so we have a continuous phase of release that we actually go through. Okay, every time we are busy in doing one or the other way, because we have multiple clients. We have something called as multiple clients. So multiple clients actually need multiple type of works. So you need to understand, you have to deliver to this multiple clients multiple increments. Okay, so you have to have a baseline model, and on top of this baseline you will be delivering some other work to one of the client and some different work, customized work for the other client. You can think of something like a pizza base, right? So this is a pizza base. So this base is common for all of the customers. Now, what toppings you put on it, the toppings that you put on it, this will change the flavor. This will change the cost. It will change the as the customer looks like. The customer wants a different flavor. The customer wants a different type of taste. You change the topping. You don't change the base generally. We change the toppings. Right? We change what we apply on this. So these increments are the toppings, and the process is the base. Okay, so we keep on the base firm, we change the toppings, and we create more increments, and this actually adapts to the changes that we actually the client proposes. So it's very rapid and it's customer centric. Now there is one of the agile process is called extreme programming. It's most widely used process for software development. And why we use this? Because it is actually dependent on software object oriented based software development. Because when our company generally work on a language like C Sharp, C++, Java, Python, and they actually have an object oriented approach, right? So now extreme programming is very useful because it actually aligns itself with the OOP concepts and its preferred development paradigm, and encompasses a set of rules and practices that occur within the context of the four framework activities, that is planning, design, coding, and testing. We're leaving about planning. We actually know these three, that is design, code, and test. Okay, design, code, and test by the name called XP design, likewise XP test, and XP coding. Okay, these are the words that we actually use in the books, in your literature, right? So we won't be using these terms here in the slides, but when you go through the books in your course, you might be come across with these type of words called XP design, XP test, and XP coding. So these are the some of the pillars, building blocks of extreme programming. Now, the figure in which is displayed here actually illustrates the process and notes some of the key ideas and tasks that are associated with each framework activities. So we will continue forward from this slide of extreme programming in our next video. So stay tuned and let's learn more about extreme programming in the next video.